I'm choosing Beam because I like it. And seeing it go to the price of 25 cents hypothetically during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, even though that's not financial advice. But some people may be thinking, okay, what bull run, man? The bull run when it comes to altcoins, they're done. It's over with. But really, in my opinion, we've seen time and time again, the market hypothetically does recover again. Now, I get it. When it comes to in the past, sometimes people like to say, but this different thing happened. Oh, this different thing happened. But in my opinion, again, historically, even if we take a look at the S&P 500, it kind of showcased that, you know what, eventually there's going to be a moment in time in which things hypothetically do recover. So I'm not worried about what's going on with Beam as of right now. I still think it's a very good project for me. And I'm going to still stay patient because some people out there like to say, oh, why don't you wait for Beam to go to the price of 5 cents before you believe in it? Well, why would I do that? Because why would I want to acquire something that is like, high in price as opposed to when it's low? Like for instance, right? If I go to Costco or something like that, wouldn't I like it if the price was lower? You know what I mean? Like lower than originally I got it, let's say in a make-believe scenario. That would be awesome, right? Like the same goes, for instance, if I want to acquire like rice or, potatoes or whatever the case may be. I would of course like it if the price was at a discount. But then, for whatever reason, a lot of my friends out there, when they see the price of their favorite projects go down, they're just like, oh yeah, nah, this is bad. And of course, this is going to vary on a case-by-case basis because I'm totally aware of the fact that, of course, people may not view this space as I would, right? But then the way you take a look at it is that if I believe in blockchain gaming, if I believe in this altcoin space generally speaking, and if I believe that Beam, with a very amazing community, could maybe hypothetically showcase something during a fully fledged type of altcoin season, I don't see why I would be like, oh yeah, the price is low, I'm out. Well, in my opinion, if I like the project and if I liked it months ago, why wouldn't I like it right now? This is just my point of view. If I like a project, I like its fundamentals, and I see the price is low, hypothetically, I'll try to dollar cost average. That's really about it. I cannot control the markets. I cannot control when things, pump and all this. I can't do that. I can only control myself. So if I believe in a project and if I believe that hypothetically the market is going to recover again, I'm going to believe in something like Beam because I like the narrative. When it comes to blockchain gaming, I get it. It's not good as of right now, according to many people. Many of the blockchain games out there are really not that amazing at all. But in my opinion, Beam kind of brings its own flavor because, sure, it may just kind of be a boring blockchain gaming project, people may feel like, but I think it has amazing features. Like, for instance, right, we take a look at how Beam is an open source blockchain specialized for gaming, and one of the main components of Beam is the SDK, which is a software development kit. That's what it stands for. And this allows game developers to choose from a variety of tools that can be used to fuel and structure their in-game blockchain elements. So that's pretty, pretty cool. Nothing revolutionary really, but I think it's still pretty interesting nonetheless. When I take a look at Beam, it has other features, like for instance, Beam Swap, which is a decentralized exchange. There's also the Beam Layer 0 bridge. There's Sphere, an NFT marketplace. There's the Beam OS, a portal for exploring tools and apps on the chain. There's also the Beam Block Explorer. There's other features, but really the real McCoy for me is blockchain gaming. The other stuff, it's just like, when we eat some food and they put some toppings or whatever, it's cool, it's interesting, but I think this is the main course. You know what I mean? The other ones are the appetizers, if that makes sense. So when I take a look at Beam, I don't think it's bad for me. As of right now, all I can do is stay patient, and really that's about it because the market is going to wake up when it wants to. I can't control that. But at least I can take a look back in history, and I'll see that hypothetically, altcoins usually as a worst case scenario, they typically peak around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event, which based on the last Bitcoin halving event would actually mean around October this year. And I get it, people may think, oh, but this is not going to be entirely accurate. And I'm totally aware of that because each cycle is going to be different in my opinion. And also on top of that, it's not going to be just this exact date every single time, at least in theory. So then, if I kind of take a look at something like that and I feel like, hey, you know what, even historically as a worst case, this isn't even supposed to be the time yet in theory for altcoins to peak. So why would I randomly just give up like that? It wouldn't make any sense. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be 100% correct because I can't tell the future, but at least I can just stay patient and that's it. For instance, we take a look at Charles Hoskinson, who's not only the co-founder of Ethereum, but the founder of Cardano. Back in November last year, he said 1 to 2 years from then, he could very well see Bitcoin reaching anywhere between $250,000 all the way up to $500,000. We gotta let that sink in. A year to 2 years from November of last year. So that's best case scenario timeline November. And again, Charles, I don't think he can tell the future, but then at the same time, he is the co-founder of Ethereum and the founder of Cardano, so I'm going to pay attention. With that in mind, all I can do is just believe in the projects that I believe in and just wait, that's it. But again, being at the price of 25 cents, keep in mind, if it were to go to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $12.5 billion. It's around a 42x from here, currently. Now, that market cap, I don't think is too crazy because we've seen something like Dogecoin exceed over $80 billion in market cap, and that's back in 2021, keep in mind, years ago. So if let's say the factors as of right now, which I think are actually more bullish because we take a look at how there's over 600 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research, more than ever before in history, and I get it hasn't really reflected that when it comes to the space, and of course, it's not just only determined because of that, but in my opinion, if let's say the market does recover again, and let's say there's a lot of bullish sentiment again when it comes to the markets just in general, I just kind of feel that really the factors that we see right now, again, over 600 million crypto owners, and let's say we see that fully fledged type of altcoin season, I just feel like, man, that amount of crypto owners could maybe theoretically be more because if we have over 600 million currently, what would we have if, let's say, Bitcoin went to 200,000, or let's say the altcoin season really kicked into fifth gear, and let's say the market starts recovering, and let's say everything starts doing good? Would there be 700, 800 million crypto owners? That really wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. So my confidence hasn't wavered. I'm still staying patient, and I'm just going to believe in this because I like the fundamentals of Beam. I like the community. I like the exchange listings. So I'm just going to stay patient. I can't tell the future, but I do like Beam. And that's pretty much it. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's only the captain. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm a peace. Bye.